Hello, I'm John Lockdown. It's May, we're still into lockdown, so here are the fourth set of photographs from the past decade. We're now up to 2012-2013. The main event of that year, as far as the club is concerned in the long term, made very few ripples at the time. February the 14th, 2013, Valentine's Day. After many years' negotiation, we finally acquired the pictures behind us. Press officer Steve Clark assembled a diverse team of experts. Lee Tank McDermott and Paul Newall oversaw the pre-season warm-up. Outdoors on the old pitches, indoors in a very sweaty gym. And now, in the words of Steve Clark, 2012-13 saw Graham McLean occupying the president's hot seat, while Michael Lamb became the new first team captain. And, although the performances didn't quite surpass the levels of the previous season, they ended up with a similar playing record to finish 5th in what was an ultra-competitive North 1 West. They also reached the semi-final of the Lancashire Cup before losing to Sedgley Park under floodlights at Park Lane.
Is it going nowhere in the stillness of the evening air? Looking back on our time, little rainfall, but mostly sunshine. We've had some wonderful moments in glorious technical nights when the gold of the sun never ended. Under the radar, under the overkill nights when the sunsets took our breath away. We were born to belong. We were made for each other, and I wouldn't wanna lose you now.
Graham threw himself into the role of president, meeting county allocadoos, accepting sponsorship, and gathering cash donations along the way. He took time out to apologise to his wife Lynn for his regular absences, but by the end of the season he was back on the touchline waving his flag, accepting advice from 2 other past presidents. He also accepted and approved the efforts of the volunteer workforce who redecorated and refurbished the changing room area. Following promotion the previous season, the second team were able to consolidate the position and finish 7th in Division 1.
Sometimes there is sorrow wraps around me, dark and shadow cold. That's when I hear you calling. You remind me of the brightest morning. We've had some wonderful moments and glorious technical nights when the gold of the sun never ended. Under the radar, under the overkill nights when the sun sets
fabulous Flynn brothers brought packed nights out for the Papyrus charity evenings. Take Phat, the Gary Barlow approved tribute band, and Merry Hell, the folk rock group from Wigan, who are getting more and more radio airplay. Both groups can be seen locally these days. The Flynns can be found on Facebook. Try them all. On the other side of the clubhouse, the lounge was popular as ever, with a new coffee machine and sweets for children of all ages. Tony Roberts came over from Australia. Sean Kinsella celebrated his stag do. Seasonal events, Christmas, and of course St Patrick's Day. And now we have the travels of the third team. The photographs of Martin Griffiths are like Lowry paintings combined with the wit of a Mac cartoon.
No, I wouldn't wanna lose you now.
With a nod towards dog diversity, we have a black one and a white one.
Wonderful moments in glorious technicolor nights when we sailed with the moon on the Gulf.
In his seemingly never-ending quest to outdistance Ian Barker's long-standing record, Clive Winstanley accepted jerseys from any opponents who would give them to him.
Under the radar, under the overkill nights when the northern lights stole our breath away. We were born to belong. We were made for each other, and I wouldn't wanna lose you now.
Following Clarkie's example, Griff also assembled a team of experts. Whether they were expert enough to answer Woodsy's quiz questions is another thing altogether. But he did set the standard, which we run through to today. Still questions about the questions, about who's won, and controversies, but still a good Wednesday night out. There are quite a few familiar faces from the current first team in this Colts side. Credit to the management, but what would you expect? The might of Barry Morgan and the effect he had on the lads. And of course, the Colts vet experience that have set them in good stead. After the last game of the season, the coaching team analysed the performance. Steve Clarke's pundits resigned, and old-timers look back with regret on the end of a season. Some were in good health, some not so good health, but there is always good health. And that good health is best represented at the start of the close season with the club dinner. Steve Hanley of Sale and England presented the awards, and with that in mind, seasoned Widnes travellers set out for 3 venues in the shade of the Pennines. Sale itself, Stockport, and then to the Etihad Stadium in Manchester for Rugby League's Magic Weekend. Widnes was very well represented, and Widnes was in good voice. And before you ask, no, Woodsy wasn't one of the cyclists. And 2 final messages before you go. See you next week.